So is the market done crashing, or are we going to dump out on CPI tomorrow? Big levels in play here. It is Tuesday, March 11, 2025. Don't forget to give the video a like. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. We'll be doing a giveaway tomorrow. I will announce we'll have a live stream instead of the daily video. Give away a free month of Active Trader, maybe some other stuff too, since you guys helped out. And we've been getting those 200 likes on consistently on every video, which is awesome. I appreciate that. And yeah, Active Trader. Oh, by the way, before I forget, I'm gonna forget this. I got a lot of stuff. 60% off from now until April 11th. So first month is 60% off. So come in and join. Good time to join and try it out. As we're gonna have some big moves here pretty soon, I think. We're having a big move right now. But anyways, let's get into it here today. And we'll talk about the S&P, what we did here. So down 76 basis points. The first thing that jumps out at me, we had a little dump at the end of the day. There was actually a nice, we call them FBD, like false breakdown setup. Right around midday, we sliced the low and we pushed up, and then really nice rally off of that. But again, it was very similar to the rally that we had last Friday. Structurally, right? It's just short covering. There's no panic. It's not really like panic covering, like their shorts aren't on their heels. We didn't make a higher high or anything like that, and that's why they're able to just dump this right out. We did, however, hit some very nice levels here on ES. So if we can go back, we'll zoom out. You see the previous all-time high there, April 1st of last year, and then you just stretch it out here. So that was a little resistance. We consolidated, broke through that. Consolidated above it in July and then retested in September. Obviously, we shot through on that swoon there, but that was the retest. And you even have a nice little cluster here too that we hit. So basically, little tail candle, 618 from the April low. So April low or April high, April low, and we got a reaction. Additionally, a lot of people went short spiders because of the JPM collar up at, I think it was like 61.85 or something. Well, yesterday, and I forgot to talk about this, but yesterday we hit 55.64. Their collar's at 55.65. So you're short there. You technically should be long here if that's what your play is. But regardless, we held that. We held yesterday's low by the end of the day despite coming back in. Now, is this another bull trap? Well, the way that it's structured, it certainly could be. It's not like, this is not, anything special here. And at the very least, you could easily just fill out the range to the low. Maybe test 55.50 again tomorrow morning, but and then kind of that would fill it out enough to go higher. Or we could sweep the low and go to 5,500. There's a lot of interest at 550 SPY that never got hit. We also never hit from the August level. We never quite hit the 618, so that could get hit tomorrow. I think if we dump out on CPI, that's probably enough blood to cause a V-shape. And when I say V-shape, I'm not saying like we're going to go to new all-time highs or something, but I'm saying enough of a retrace here. And even if there is, just to entertain here, let's just say that today was a local low. A 50% retrace brings you back almost to 585. So that can be a pretty big move. Now, why did I settle on 50% retrace? Well, that's usually kind of what happens. I mean, you can go even right here. There's a 618 right there. If we go to pretty much any bear market, that's kind of generally how it works. Here you go. Here's this one. There's a 618. Drag it here. There's a 618. Let's do a more extreme example, right? And I talked about this in the article from Friday. But yeah, even with the virus thing, the computer virus, you had a 50% right there before the big drop. So what I'm saying is this is a very unusual setup here where we go straight down with no bounces. But there is 550 there. There's 1 day left here where we've got a little bit of interest on the VIX that could go to 35. I don't know if it's going to happen, but yeah, if it doesn't, we'll probably start to see a little bit of decay in that. And that could be supportive into Vixpiration or OPEX next week. We have FOMC as well coming up, so don't forget about that. But CPI tomorrow will be, there's going to be some volatility attached to that. There could be some IV crush You know, if it's a nothing burger or if the market gets a Goldilocks number. A Goldilocks number to me, and again, I'm just speculating here. I think people are trying to say like a hot number would be good. No, the market's just as worried about inflation as it is recession. I think, you know, I'm not even sure what is it? Like 2.6 or something is the expected. Yeah, tomorrow, 0.3, 3.2, and then year over year, 2.9. So I would say like 2.8 would probably be positive. Market would probably like that. Any other number, you know, way hot or cold, I think that could cause you to get panic. Maybe 545 could even be on the table. But I think you'd V-shape from there. No, we don't have to. A lot of people, you know, and this I'm going to keep saying until we get a bottom. Everybody, I mean, every single trader. I think I'm the only one that I've seen. Let me know let me know in the comments if there's others. But I've not seen anyone say that we can bottom without a vol spike. I just haven't seen it, and which is funny because it tells me you're not paying attention to the last 2 years of price action. We've done that a lot, many times this year, in the past year, even recently. And again, when we say bottom, we're just talking about like local bottom here. I mean, look at the bottom here. This is not like, this is a bear flag that failed. This was the 13th. And that marked a very significant low that led to a 300-point rally. We are way more oversold now than we were there. So that tells you how much higher we could potentially go. So, I mean, if that went 300 points, this could go for, 500 easy. Couple of levels. Well, I'll give them out tomorrow. I'll give you out the levels tomorrow. Remind me tomorrow in the live stream. We'll talk about those tomorrow. But anyway, yeah, that's really it. I'm not going to really talk too much about downside. I mean, like, yeah, could we go lower? I mean, yeah, we've just been disrespecting like every support level so far. I mean, the 200 MA did even give us like a one-day bounce pretty much. So it's really kind of hard to talk about support on the downside. But yeah, 550, 545. And we could slice a little bit lower to officially fill this. I think it's 55.29 is the official number. Maybe we go to 5,500 even on ES, but yeah, it's really not. I don't think it's of much consequence here. We got a reclaim here of this pivot or of this trend line would be pretty positive for bulls around 57. I know I'm jumping here back and forth, but around 5,700, I think sets a permanent local low here. So that's the important stuff. QQQ again holding on to 470. We got a big trend line that can get retested as well. That goes all the way back to the bull market, and it makes sense that should get retested here, whether we dump out the 460 or not, right? I mean, it's going to get back tested. IWM, again, first thing that jumped out at me, and I got sidetracked earlier because there's so much going on lately. But IWM down 2 cents, QQQ down 24 basis points, SPY down 83, and the Dow down 1.13. What does that tell you? All right, so additionally, let me add to that. XLV down 1%, XLP down 1.5, XLU down 93, bonds, TLT down 71. XLK down 85 cents, IGV green, SMH flat. So seeing some risk on here underneath the market. JPY, dollar yen, outside move up. If that can hold above 148, I actually kind of like that back towards 151, 152. So underneath the surface, seeing a little bit of risk on here. Now, again, it doesn't matter until it matters. We got to see confirmation. Just like I said last Friday, it's a nice pivot, but we need to get back above 58.80. We never did it. We never did anything like that, right? So now the new number for me is 57 even on ES. But just seeing those things, defensives down, tech up, small caps up, bonds down, oil up, right? Look at the 10-year today, 10-year yield up. Maybe there's something going on ahead of CPI, maybe big money getting positioned here to cover some shorts. We'll see. SMH we talked about, flat. There's a big, if this dumps out, this is where I want to buy. I mean, I've been waiting for this trend line for a long time. Got the 100 moving average there as well, and a secondary trend line with it. So if we gap down on some, Oh, CPI, recession, that's where I want to be getting involved. IGV has held up well. It, closed up 1% today, which, think about this, Oracle got crushed and it closed up 1%. Take a look at PLTR, up 2. A lot of those cloud names, Adobe was down, but a lot of the cloud names were up. I think CrowdStrike had a good day. Yep, CrowdStrike, ServiceNow, Net. So IGV, this is a nice weekly level here. Really nice. I like the overshoot of the 50 MA too on the weekly. Dow Trends got crushed though. So down 3% here. That blew right through 15K. Below all the moving averages now. So this is starting to turn down. Now this has been a flat trend for 4 years, but obviously not good. Need to see that get saved by the end of the week. I don't even know. I'd just say 14.6 is your kind of your next level there. Rates we talked about, but again, 10-year, we'll just mention the 10-year here really quick. Kind of working on a little, maybe a micro bull flag there. I had a CPI. Everybody's worried about growth right now. Let's see. I think we're going to see a surprise. XHB down 2.5. So lower high there, rejection at 102.50. Not very good. It's got a higher low setup though, potentially. But if this breaks, we're looking at 91, 92. I still think this weekly level is pretty good though. I think it'll hold up a little bit longer, if nothing else. VNQ retracing, and still room for higher lows here though. Pretty good retrace. And again, that's where the $90, $89, $90 handle is coming from. So that weekly resistance held perfectly. XLF I really like here. Whoops. Very nice 2-year trend line, third hit. Third hit's usually a pierce. So I think this can close the week up. And we'll see where it closes. Got the 200 just below too. So, I mean, if we dump out, it's probably going to go there. You got to pivot at 46 right there to right there. So we got some backstop there on that. KRE also down. Did come off the lows again. Went right into this kind of gap here. And weekly, there's a pivot right there as well. In fact, let's put that on there. Yeah, right there. So there's that spot on carry. We'll see if that can get a bounce there. KBE, as you know, is about the same. And then broker dealers here finishing flat to positive in a down tape. Oil, green. We did finish off the highs though. Starting to set up bear inside bar, but I don't buy it personally. We'll see. I think this is headed to 70 before anything else. By the way, there was news here. Ukraine, it didn't move the market, but Ukraine agreeing to a 30-day ceasefire or proposal, I believe. Yeah. So we'll see. There's your bull catalyst too for stocks as well. Possibly not oil, but I think a lot of that's priced in right now. Anyway, XLE down 70 cents. That was up nice yesterday though. Again, when tech is down, that's up. That's a correlation to pay attention to. XOP and OIH here. Flattish, CCJ holding up nicely today. Good level here on URNM and NJ. We got to hold this though. Then we got gas here. Big outside candle, but did not close. Well, it didn't close above the high, so reversal candle. This, believe it or not, the trend is still up here. Be careful when shorting nat gas. 1, 2, 3. You do have 4 pivots. I just wouldn't rule out a pierce of 5 here. Nat gas likes to do that. Dollar up 11 cents, or I think it's on the Globex, so don't look at that. It's not up 11 cents. It was down today, obviously. Here, 60 euro. There you go. So right into that 109 area, there's a pivot right here. I wonder how much higher it can really go here in the near term. But hey, dollar yen's holding up, and that's kind of the important one for markets. Pivot right there on DXY. Gold acting well. This is just consolidating sideways. So it's just getting ready for, I think, a late month run into early April. Same thing with silver. It's going to go to 38. Nice move today. Maybe this is sniffing out a dovish Fed, right? The more we puke in, ahead of the Fed, the more likely they're going to be dovish. Now that doesn't mean that they're going to like cut rates or something, but they're not gonna like slam the market when the market's already down. If you traded through 2022, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Platinum here, up 2%, and palladium holding up. Still got that flag, but it's not the best. And then copper up 2.5. This still looks like it wants to go higher. This pops every time Canada talks about tariffs. Here's the other positive for the market. Bitcoin was green all day long. It never went red. This is the overnight. It never went red. So like if you look at IBIT, this was green all day. I think it just maybe almost ticked to gap fill there, but it never went red. And all the alts, obviously, you know, the worst of the worst stocks today, like Apple, you know, these just junk companies like Apple and Oracle were down. We saw safe havens like Pepe up 13.86, though. So that makes sense, obviously, in this type of tape. Solana, also big time safe haven. Obviously, I'm joking, but you guys get the idea. Bitcoin up big, 5.4, and it was, you know, pushing up towards the high of the day. This is something bulls want to see. You want to see that risk on. I like how you tested that low, sliced it, and then got a bounce. Need to see follow through, though. Let's reclaim that 200 and then try to push back up towards 91, 92. So we'll see tomorrow. It's all about that CPI. We did hit a really nice level, like I said, on ES. I like this level a lot, but, you know, when the market's just ignorantly selling, it can just kind of ignore things for a while until it gets it out of its system. The one thing I'm just curious about, too, is a lot of people are opening up the 2022 playbook, and a lot of people want to short lower highs. I don't know if I'm even considering that at this point, just because it seems to be a consensus here. I've got wide range chop kind of set in for this year, and not so sure we're going to see a huge meltdown. I wouldn't rule it out, though. We'll just take it one day at a time. So anyways, guys, I'll wrap it up here. Again, you guys take care. Don't forget to come find me on carnivoretrades.com. Join in the live stream tomorrow, and you guys take care. I'll see you guys all later.